Alrighty, folks, good evening and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. I'm Caleb Brown here with Jackson Robb, and we are set to bring you the Holy Trinity Tigers and the Bishop Moore Hornets here in the Class 1A Region 2 quarterfinal, live from the campus of Holy Trinity High School, their beautiful sports complex. And I'll tell you what, Bishop Moore traveled pretty well. They brought themselves a nice little crowd here of supporters. And, of course, you know, Holy Trinity is getting ready, is still filing in, packing in their stands to support their boys. Jackson, welcome to the broadcast. And what are you looking forward to in today's match?
I'm just looking for a great game. And, I think we'll definitely get a great one here. I mean, Holy Trinity is a team that can just take control of the game just by, their sheer talent. I mean, this is a very good Holy Trinity team. They are the 2 seed coming into this matchup. And, Bishop Moore, they're from Central Florida, and, there's a lot of big talent there. They've played a very difficult schedule and come out with a solid winning record. So both these teams have different things to offer. But, it's a playoff game. It's the first round, 32 teams enter. 1 team will remain from the 1A state tournament, and it all starts tonight for these 2 teams.
We were talking earlier off air, and we were saying Justin Cole, the Holy Trinity Tigers need a big performance out of their goalie, Justin Cole, tonight because this Bishop Moore team loves to shoot. They love to shoot quick, and they love to keep putting shots on goal, and then that is a winning recipe.
Yeah, I mean when your goalie's on, I mean a guy as good as Cole is, I mean, it's like a steel trap in the goal. It's like having a wall in front of the goal. So, I mean, but it all starts with the defense also. I mean, Cole can be on, but if the defense also has to step up for Holy Trinity, play their best game also, because, I mean, it's just common sense. The more shots you're going to let up, the more tired he's going to get. So, Cole, I think, will probably have another incredible game, but, every part of Holy Trinity just needs to be on top of their game tonight. And if that can happen, then they'll be in good shape for sure.
As the 2 teams the referees are doing their final stretches, players doing their final huddles over there on the sideline. We're getting ready.
I think they're ready to play, but the scoreboard still says we got 5.5 minutes. So we'll see how that rolls out. But
we like to remind everyone that we like to thank the Florida High School Athletic Association for granting the Brevard Sports Network the rights to broadcast this Class 1A Region 2 quarterfinal match. Any rebroadcast, retransmission without written consent from both the FHSAA and the Brevard Sports Network is strictly prohibited.
As Enter Sandman starts playing, the energy is high. These players are ready, I know that for sure. And, man, playoff time is back once again.
I love it. And Enter Sandman just seems like that proper play, just before the big playoff game type feel. I love it.
It's going to be a big one for sure. And, also tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., I'd like to remind you that Alan Zlarzinski will have an interview up with
Satellite.
No, I'll get to that in a minute as we are ready to start here at midfield for the face-off. Playoff action getting started here in the regional quarterfinals. Holy Trinity, the 2 seed, Bishop Moore, the 7 seed. And here we go, the ball is placed. And the whistle, and we are underway in this regional quarterfinal game. Bishop Moore wins the faceoff, and they're going to move quickly onto offense. Finn Magley with it right now, and he will pass it back up. And now Bishop Moore will slow it down, get their substitutions in, and start their first offensive possession of the game. Quick pass inside here. Pass back outside to Jack Calvert. Calvert down low to Teddy Cockris. Moving the ball around the goal. Now going to take it back all the way to the top with Jack Posteraro now passing back down to Cockris. Kakarus pass behind the cutter, and that will be scooped up right out of the air by Holy Trinity, trying to clear it now. Trying to scoop it up, and now want to roll out of bounds off of Holy Trinity. Bishop Moore ball here. So the Hornets take right back over. So they're going to move it upfield now quickly. Jacob Herrick with it. That is a deep hole. Herrick passes down to Kakarus. Back up top to Herrick. Back and forth. Now back behind the goal. Back up top to Kakarus. Good start by Bishop Moore. They've had some solid time of possession. And then Holy Trinity not allowing any shots to get off yet. Both teams doing a little bit of good, and we'll see who prevails first. Davis Milhausen with it.
Davis Milhausen, guarded by Schultz.
Passes down to Scalzo. Scalzo drives in, shot low, and a goal. Bishop Moore strikes first.
It's a Bishop Moore goal, number 12, Michael Scalzo.
And a hot start for Bishop Moore right after the first faceoff. And Michael Scalzo, the sophomore attack, with the goal for the Hornets. That is Scalzo's 44th goal of the season, now tied for the lead on the team. And again, a hot start for Bishop Moore. They're going to need that tonight. They're going to need that tonight if they want to, get running with and up on this Holy Trinity team. Player down, whistle, loose ball push, and Holy Trinity ball. So now Holy Trinity can take their first real offensive possession of the game. So Bean will pass it off to, that is Josh Roman. So now back over to Pagliarini. Dylan Gibson with it now. Tigers leading scorer. Gibson trying to torch him inside with speed. Shot saved. Great save there. Scooped right back up. Second shot. Also no good. Great job in cage there. That's number 11, Austin Gonzalez, the freshman. Shots by Gibson and McCarthy. Julian Warden with it now. Holy Trinity is trying to attack the defense inside, and it's working so far. Just got to get a goal in now. Is the next step. Pump fake. Puts one up. It's saved again by Gonzalez. Pagliarini put that one on goal. And still Holy Trinity ball here. That was definitely key to Bishop Moore's first goal. Just having a good, solid, longer possession, I guess, near 2 minutes. So now Holy Trinity looking to match that. Roman. Pass back up top to Gibson. Gibson will back it up and get set to kind of restart the play in a way. Gibson gets set, takes a dodge, rolls back. Defense clamps up over to Roman. Roman backing up. He'll try and go down the alley. Roman passes behind the goal. McCarthy with it behind the goal. McCarthy wraps inside. Shot. Bounce shot. No good. And ball will go to Holy Trinity. So the possession will continue.
Good hustle there by Turner.
These defenses are going to have to endure these longer possessions tonight. Same with the goalkeepers. Gonzalez has done a great job on this possession. Great pass, shot by Romine. No good again, wide right. Holy Trinity, the one battering the goalie with shots early. Although none of them are going in, there is, there's kind of a accordion effect that'll happen later. The more shots you put on them, eventually they're bound to go in. Just tiring out the goalie early is a good thing. You don't necessarily need to score on every shot. That one, a great shot, a low shot, and a goal for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Julian Warden. Warden with his 23rd goal of the season. An impressive one there out of all the shots. A great one to go in. He got down low on his knees, and now we are tied up 1-1. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Great job, again. Great job by Holy Trinity keeping the ball moving, like you said, firing a bunch of shots, and then just a great low shot straight through the 5-hole, as Alan would say.
Yeah, it was a great way to end the drive. Both these first two possessions have been like 2 minutes apiece, which are pretty long for lacrosse. Bean will step back, toss it here to Warden. And now another position for the Tigers will begin. Tying the game up with the last one. Now looking to capitalize on another opportunity and try to take the lead. That's Gibson back to Romine. Josh Romine steps back. Tigers taking their time on this one, no rush. Gibson going to try and dodge down the middle. They're giving him a little bit of space. Defense. And the pass trying to find McCarthy behind the goal goes out of bounds, and that'll be Bishop Moore ball. Goalie trying to clear it. Gonzalez heaves it down the field. That one on the ground, scooped up by Gibson. So the pass a little long into double coverage. And now a good run setting up for Holy Trinity. Pagliarini passes back to Roman. Roman guarded tight. Now they'll back off. Now over to Warden. Join Warden winds. Trying to get inside. Getting double teamed. Somehow gets the shot off. And it'll stay Holy Trinity ball. Warden has their first goal of the night. Tried to put another one in there. Looked like sort of desperation shot. Pass. Back up top. That's Roman. Roman over to Gibson. Dylan Gibson dodges down the alley, rolls back. Looking for help. He's just going to fire a low shot. That'll be scooped up by Gonzalez. Austin Gonzalez, and he'll clear it again long, and it'll be scooped up again by Holy Trinity. They've got to get these clears more accurate for Bishop Moore. Fire by Gibson goes long.
I'm not sure about that shot selection. You maybe think you maybe wanted to pass down to the teammate who you had one-on-one with the goalie, but same time, you know, if you're confident in your shot, shoot your shot.
Well, Gibson is an incredible shooter. I believe he's their leading scorer. Wrapped from around the goal, and there is a goal by number 11, Mick McCarthy. That's McCarthy's 24th goal of the season, and the Tigers take a 2-1 lead now. And I'll get back to what I was saying. I feel like what I saw there was, I guess if you're just open, you take the shot. But then there you see coming from behind the goal, Mick McCarthy gets a little closer and gets him the goal in the end. Battle for the face-off. Loose ball. Who wants it? And these kind of loose balls, it's whoever wants it more, and that's Holy Trinity. With the win, Jack Combs taking it up now.
Combs finds Turner.
Back to Turner. Andrew Turner stepping back, passing it up to Warden. Warden over to Roman. So Tigers now with their first lead of the game. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They lead Bishop Moore 2-1. Roman up top with it. Again, just taking their time. No need to rush here. Roman will run around the right side, right down the alley. Back behind the goal to McCarthy. McCarthy, Turner up top, Pagliarini. Pagliarini finds Gibson. Gibson going to roll down. Pass inside, batted away, up in the air, scooped up towards the goal, dangerous. And the ball's knocked away, rolled, saved by Gonzalez. That was dicey. And, you know, in the end, Gonzalez makes the nice play, and the ball's jarred out. And Holy Trinity gets the ball right back. Julian Warden, the pressure on these clears has been incredible for Holy Trinity. Not one of them have been able to connect for Bishop Moore. They started hot on offense, but they haven't been on offense since. So Holy Trinity playing incredibly on the defensive front now are really just on their rides. Warden
defended by number 26.
Warden outside to Gibson. They're running a little bit of a tighter defense now, but Gibson still gets around. He'll take it all the way behind now. Pass up top to Turner. Turner rolls on the ground. It's a 4-on-1 in there, and that should be, and it is. Bishop Moore ball back on the ground, though. Still a fight for it. Who wants it more? Still down. Scooped up by Bishop Moore. Still not out of there yet. He's on the ground. Scooped up by Bishop Moore. Now can they finally get back on offense?
Number 27 there.
Constantly pressured Nico Hobel with it. Hobel still going. Bishop Moore get back on offense now. Their only offensive possession has been a goal. Definitely going to try and replicate that. Jack Postoraro with it.
Jack Postoraro there for the Hornets.
Now outside to Kakris.
If I can, giving a compliment there to Hobel, he took some shots coming down the field, making sure his team can get possession. Hey, I admire someone who can take a hit and even bounce off of them and still continue at the speed he was.
And Holy Trinity is a bruising team, so those aren't no soft hits. Those are full force, and he weaved right through them and took it all the way down and gives his team a much-needed offensive possession. It was definitely getting tiring on defense. Good run inside. Shot. Saved by Cole. Oh, we have a whistle.
That shot was by number 2, Teddy Kakris. Off the assist from number 5, Davis Milhausen.
We have a flag on the field.
By Justin Cole.
Yeah, great save by Cole in there. The shot was by Kakris. Teddy Kakris. But it'll stay Bishop Moore ball, as there was a penalty by Holy Trinity that will put Mick McCarthy in the box. So man up now for Bishop Moore, and they stay on offense, so that's going to be big. Now that I didn't see the flag, but now I think that might have been from the way up for Hobel, because I believe it was a slash, and that one taken right out of the air. So now Cole going to try and clear it for Holy Trinity.
Cole finds Hudson Sanger.
Finds Sanger. Sanger going to try and get across midfield, and ball down. That one's just going to keep rolling all the way. Trying to keep it in. Holy Trinity will. What a play by Turner. Keeping the ball in bounds and scooping it up at the same time. Altenberg was defending. Pagliarini with it now for the Tigers. Only a minute and a half to go in this first quarter. This first quarter has flew by as we got a close game. Still 2-1 Holy Trinity. Josh Romine with it now. He'll take it, step all the way back. Now he is being pursued. Before, I think Bishop Moore has given Holy Trinity a lot more space, and now they're chasing him all the way back to midfield line. That is not always a good idea, because Romine just going to try and outrun him. Good run, pass inside, open, Turner rolls it, saved by Gonzalez. Gonzalez making another great save. There's where you see a flaw in chasing a player that far out. Not a good idea. Gonzalez needs to get it out. He's just going to take off now. Interesting choice. He'll pass it here, finds Robbie Goulet. And now a clear, successful, and now here comes the Hornets. Pass down low, has a man, shot, gets deflected. Ball down, that shot taken by Michael Scalzo. He had their first goal, ball still down, scooped out by Cole. Gonna quickly try and clear it. Up ahead to Warden, and Warden's got a fast break opportunity. 4-on-3 for Holy Trinity. Pass down low, back up top, knocked out of the air. Good defense by Bishop Moore. And try to keep it in bounds, scooped up. Here goes Ferris Bottom. Now Bishop Moore flips possession. Back to Kakris. Scalzo pass inside, had a man open, bobbles it, ball on the ground. Gonna get kicked out. This one's gonna go far back and right back to Bishop Moore. Oh, and that is the end of the first quarter. That went by fast, as you could tell. I was shocked. And after a quick moving first quarter, Holy Trinity has a close lead over Bishop Moore, 2-1. We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight, the friends and family of Holy Trinity. So thank you for bringing this game to everyone. Again, 2-1, the lead for Holy Trinity at the end of the first quarter of this 1A Region 2 quarterfinal game.
Hey everybody, it's me, Urban. OMG Hibachi Grill. Oh my goodness. You need to follow this truck. You need to run, crawl, and get an airplane, go by train. It don't matter how you follow us and how you get there. If you got an appetite and you ready to eat, OMG Hibachi Grill can't be beat. Oh my goodness. Follow us, Facebook, Instagram. See you there.
Welcome back live to the campus of Holy Trinity. We are 1 quarter down here in this regional quarterfinal game. It's a close one thus far. 2-1 lead for Holy Trinity over Bishop Moore thus far. And, you know, it's great. Also, I'd like to finish my reminder from earlier. Alan Zlarzinski will have an interview tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. with Lee Rogenberg from Florida Lacrosse. And, you know, yeah, it's been a great first quarter. It was a quick one, and, you know, it's just been tight. I mean, Bishop Moore jumped out to a 1-0 lead, and then Holy Trinity responded with 2 quick goals, and then there was a little bit of a grudge match for the rest of the first quarter for the last half of it. So now we are underway in the second quarter. Quick scoop up by Bean. Didn't even have to keep it on the ground. He scooped up and takes it himself. So Jackson Bean takes it up. He'll pass it back. Now to Jack Combs. Pass back to Warden. Warden outside. Pressure definitely been higher for Bishop Moore on defense. Before they kind of gave him space, and now they're just chasing him around, which, again, could end up biting him later. But for now, it is working. Pass up, shot. A little high there. It'll stay Holy Trinity ball. That shot was by Jake Pagliarini.
Tiger ball still. Brought in by Turner.
Turner taking it in now for the Tigers. Pass back up top to Romine. And they'll slow it down here once again. Romine getting chased inside, gets around. Pass back behind to McCarthy. McCarthy's got 1 goal so far. So does Warden, who he passes to. Good check there, ball down.
Nice defense there by the Hornets.
Good defense by Bishop Moore. Julian Warden will take it out here. Pagliarini now back up top. Pass down to Romine. Can't bring it in. He'll scoop it up off the ground. Romine pass inside. Open shot. Bounce. Bounces backwards for Turner. And now try and get it clear here. And now Bishop Moore up ahead. 4-on-3 now for Bishop Moore. Good opportunity. Pass down low. Pass across. Knocked out of the air. And that will be a push from behind by Phipps, but still great defense. Made sure that big opportunity kind of puts that one down. And now here comes Bishop Moore still on offense here. Davis Milhausen with it. Milhausen over to Calvert. Now down. That was Kakris. Still having it. Double team back up top. Back to Calvert. And now Calvert will step back. Take his time here. Pass back up to Milhausen. Milhausen back to Calvert. Down to Kakris. Pass behind to Scalzo. Ball down. Scooped up by Calvert. Back up to Milhauser. Ball still down now. Scooped up by Milhauser. Taking their time, but more just because Holy Trinity is not giving them any room. So they pretty much just have no option. Ryan Parker passes down to Finn Magley. Magley back up top to Parker.
Number 30, Ryan Parker.
Parker dodges. Pass back. Double team. Somehow pass back up top. Parker goes right off the stick. Scooped up by Scalzo. Another long possession setting up for Bishop Moore. The problem is I don't think there's been any shots at all this possession, so gotta get something off here soon. Pass inside, open was Parker, but the ball just bounces right into the stick of Cole for the save. Jack Combs gonna take it on the attack now for Holy Trinity. Combs tosses it over to Pagliarini. Back to Romine, and now Holy Trinity will take it back on offense. Slow it down here. Josh Romine with it. He's going to roll it back to Gibson. And here comes Gibson. Dodges down, pass inside. Gets free, Romine shot. No good, wide left, Holy Trinity ball. Misses by about a fingernail off that goalpost on the left side. And now Holy Trinity still on offense. We're going to back it up here. Gets them to chase. And, you know, from a cost standpoint, coaches normally say don't chase them because you might see. Right now, again, it is working for Bishop Moore, but it's just a strategy that is known to be a little bit dangerous, chasing them that far out because you're liable to get run around. But again, so far Bishop Moore doing well with it. Just something that could be of note later on. McCarthy fakes a dodge, steps back. Holy Trinity definitely taking their time with these possessions. Not really any pressure to move too fast. Shot by Romine. Deflected by Gonzalez. Gonzalez has been great in goal. Plenty of shots, plethora of shots, and only 2 goals allowed thus far. Pass up top to Pagliarini. Pagliarini over to Romine. Romine will step inside again, try and get down the alley. The pass goes a little bit too far outside. Turner hits the deck, can't haul it in. Now it's the Hornets' ball. They'll take it. Aim to take it back on offense. That's Ferris Bottom with it. And they'll heave it cross-field pass. It'll be hauled in, and now Hudson Altenberg will try and clear it. Altenberg. Pass in the middle.
Hudson Altenberg for the Hornets.
Jack Calvert.
Finds Calvert.
And we got a whistles and a timeout on the field. Calvert got hit pretty hard there in the leg. He's down, back up. And that'll take us to a timeout. 6:59 to go in the second quarter, nearly halfway through another quarter of play. The score still Holy Trinity 2, Bishop Moore 1.
Tell you, both goalies, I mean, excellent job. You know, if there's one thing, it looks like the adjustment has been made. Bishop Moore's clears are getting more accurate. As you saw at the beginning of the game, you know, a lot of those clears were going oversailing his teammates, and so it looks like whatever correction was needed to be made was made during that quarter change.
And, you know, yeah, the first 3 or 4 clears were they were sloppy, and now it seems like either most of them were taken by deep holes, either the goalie Gonzalez will quickly flip it out, or the ones he've had have just been shorter, because before it seems like they were all just streaking down the field like, you know, just straight down the field. Now it seems like they have some people playing short, which is common to see on clears, and that's definitely been cleaner. And now, for now, it's just been a very good. It's been a grudge match since Holy Trinity scored the second goal and made it 2-1. Because for the last 12 or so minutes, it has been, you know, it's been just straight back and forth battles. So possession lies with Bishop Moore. And Parker will take it in now. Ryan Parker passes inside, bounces it in straight into Cole's stick.
Nice ball picked up by Cole.
I don't see Jack Calvert out there, the senior midfielder, as now Cole will take it up. But the senior midfielder for Bishop Moore, he got, you know, slashed pretty hard in the calf on that last play before the timeout, and he was limping a little bit off the field, so he is off right now. Holy Trinity takes it back on offense, tossing it down, running parallel with the sideline. Now back to Romine, and now Holy Trinity's offense will start again.
It's good play over there by Shopke and Sanger.
And now here comes Romine inside, bounce shot, goes in, and a goal for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Number 3 for the Tigers by number 3, Josh Romine, with his 23rd goal of the season. And there's a good way for the Tigers coming out of the timeout to put a goal back on the board. and that'll extend their lead 3-1 now, the lead for the Holy Trinity Tigers. Bishop Moore hanging in there right now, but they've got to get a little bit more offensive production, as Holy Trinity seems like they're still doing all right.
Ben Greeno for Bishop Moore.
And face off here. Big battle underneath. Bean had it for a second. Back down, scooped up, and up ahead to Jack Combs. Fast break. Holy Trinity down low. Shot. Goal! Within a matter of seconds, a goal by Andrew Turner. And just like that, this game isn't as close as it was. Now it's a 3-goal lead for Holy Trinity. 4-1 now the lead for Turner. That's his 39th goal of the season and his first of the night. So Andrew Turner with a great goal, and that was quick movement, something from Holy Trinity we haven't seen a lot of. It's just they've been taking their time, but in that one, fast tempo, fast passes, and a fast goal. That face off up ahead, and we got a false start by Bishop Moore. Thankfully for Holy Trinity, because they had the ball up ahead, and now it's Holy Trinity ball once again, riding this momentum. Jackson Bean with it. Bean will toss it back to Pagliarini. Pagliarini over to Warden. Warden's got a goal so far tonight. 5:45 to go in the first half. 4-1 lead for Holy Trinity. Julian Warden passes down to Pagliarini. That's McCarthy.
Over to Turner.
Back up top. Now that's Pagliarini. Back up top. Romine, ball to the ground by Gibson. Great play by Gibson, kicking that ball out to get it for himself. Pass inside. Shot again by Turner. And another goal by Turner. And Holy Trinity riding a big wave of momentum now. Andrew Turner with his second goal of the night, his second straight goal, and now his 40th goal of the season. And again, Holy Trinity riding some serious momentum now. 3 goals in quick succession and a 5-1 lead now for the Tigers. Bishop Moore is going to need to make some new adjustments, because Holy Trinity, whatever they just turned over a new leaf, they are rolling with it. Back to the face-off. Bishop Moore definitely wants to win this face-off. Ball down. It will be kicked back and scooped up by Combs. And ball down, scooped up by Turner. Pagliarini passes back to Warden. And now they'll slow it down once again. Back to Romine. Definitely seems like their tempo has been a bit quicker here in these last few minutes. Romine rolls it back to Gibson. Gibson going to walk it in. Now outside with Pagliarini. Pagliarini going to try and get inside. Pagliarini going to roll back down the alley. Down low, that's McCarthy back outside. Turner. Warden pump fakes. Winds up a shot. Saved by Gonzalez.
Shot is blocked by Gonzalez.
Low shot. Gonzalez scoops up. He's going to take it out again. Passes. Connects, and now going to throw it down the field. Ball down. That's Ryan Parker with it. Parker moving it quickly down here now. Bishop Moore definitely would like a goal on this possession if possible. Scalzo down to Magley. Finn Magley back up top to Ryan Parker.
Finn Magley finds Parker up top.
And Parker down to Kakris. Back down to Scalzo. Scalzo ball down. Good defense. Scooped up by Magley in a yard sale. Great job there. Great defense by Hudson. Sanger gets the yard sale as he was holding his stick out there. Right. That is a defender's dream to see that. And now a fast break possibility for Holy Trinity. And a wind-up shot and a goal. Romine from the right side to the top left corner for his second goal of the night and his 24th goal of the season. And with 3:21 to go in the first half, Holy Trinity leads now 6-1 as now they've rattled off 6 unanswered goals since Bishop Moore's 1-0 lead. And Bishop Moore's got to change something here or get something going, because Holy Trinity is getting on a roll, and when that starts to happen, that is known to be lethal.
I mean, what a shot coming off the fast break. Coming down, like you said, that right side, and then hooking it into that top left corner. Good Lord.
And now a much-needed timeout on the field. 3:21 to go in the half. The score, Holy Trinity 6, Bishop Moore 1 in this 1A Region 2 quarterfinal game.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, more lacrosse action right here on the Brevard Sports Network.
Hey everybody, it's me, Urban. OMG Hibachi Grill. Oh my goodness. You need to follow this truck. You need to run, crawl, and get an airplane, go by train. It don't matter how you follow us and how you get there. If you got an appetite and you ready to eat, OMG Hibachi Grill can't be beat. Oh my goodness. Follow us, Facebook, Instagram. See you there.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
And welcome back to Holy Trinity. Just above 3 minutes to go in the first half of this regional playoff game between Holy Trinity and Bishop Moore. Bishop Moore hopped out to a 1-0 lead since then. Holy Trinity's rattled off 6 straight, and now it is 6-1 the lead for Holy Trinity here. And they are riding a wave of momentum. 4 goals in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Face-off coming up. Bishop Moore's player slipped, ball still down. Bean will scoop it up. Getting pressured here, trying to ride him out. What an accurate pass. And there is a flag there, and they're still up ahead on offense. Down low, wraparound shot. That would have been incredible if it went in. A one-hand shot by McCarthy.
McCarthy shot's a bit wide.
And Turner is going to take it in here for Holy Trinity. When Bishop Moore gets the ball, Holy Trinity will look to go man up, I believe, or they already are. Holy Trinity now man up, it looks like, as Tommy Waldrop in the box for Bishop Moore. Man up now for Holy Trinity on offense. Pass to Romine. Romine behind to McCarthy. You want to capitalize on man up. Holy Trinity sometimes will take it slower on offense, but here you'll see on man up offense is kind of pass it around. You want to aim to get as many shots on cage as you can. First shot there will be scooped up and saved by Gonzalez. Clear coming up. Just going to be a heave to no man's land. Absolutely no one out there. Now it'll be a convergence for the ball. Scooped up by Holy Trinity. And we got a Holy Trinity timeout. 2:33 to go now in the first half. The score still 6-1 lead for Holy Trinity. Welcome back once again to Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity still leading 6-1 here. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Holy Trinity clearing it up the field. Jack Combs with it. Jack Combs with it. I believe earlier this week he announced that he'll be playing at Vermont. So congrats to Jack. Pass back now to, that's Gibson. Pass outside. Pagliarini wind up shot. Goes wide and out behind the goal. McCarthy will take it in for Holy Trinity. Mick McCarthy passes down to Turner. Turner shot again by Pagliarini. Saved this time by Gonzalez. And he's going to heave it again down the field to no man's land. Again, still nobody there. I assume there's some strategy involved in that. I don't. Maybe trying to kill time, but anyway, either way, Holy Trinity takes right back on offense. Romine passing back up top, resets with Gibson. Gibson will back it up. Bishop Moore still guarding. Pick set by Warden. Gibson rolling around, under a minute and a half to go now in the first half. Holy Trinity most likely wanting to take off as much time as they can and then take a shot, or just a shot there by Gibson. A powerful one saved by Gonzalez. And now Gonzalez will step back and take his time. Pass outside to Ferris Bottom. Passing it up here. Ball bounces down. Trying to get scooped up by Aiden Gonzalez. And ball still down. Ryan Parker. Swim move. Parker getting pressured. Good moves by Parker. Just underhand passes it straight to Holy Trinity. Jack Combs flying down the field. Combs passes to Warden. Warden rolls it over to Gibson. Under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And Holy Trinity gonna back it up, probably take one last run at it. See this in basketball a lot. They back it all the way up, make one move, and then try and put up a shot. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Gibson rolls back, under 10 seconds now. Gibson fires. Deflected by Gonzalez, 5 seconds. Scooped up by Warden. Warden inside. Puts a shot on, and it doesn't go. And at the end of the first half, Holy Trinity takes a solid 6-1 lead over Bishop Moore in this 1A Region 2 quarterfinal game.
All right, we're going to take about a 10-minute break. When we come back, second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Again, your halftime score, Holy Trinity 6, Bishop Moore 1. All right, folks, we'd like to, again, do another read from our great partners over at the FHSAA. The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate partners who help make the FHSAA Lacrosse State Championships possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA. Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Ball 4, the official supplier of championship rings for the FHSAA. Spectrum Sports, the official television partner of the FHSAA. Max Preps, the official scores and statistics of the FHSAA. GoFan, the official online ticket provider of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. And Wilson. Wilson is a proud sponsor of the Florida High School Athletic State Championships. Wilson has an unwavering commitment to the game. Their dedication and drive fuels the game on high school fields and in professional stadiums nationwide. Wilson, play what the pros play. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with the start of second half action.
Welcome back live to Holy Trinity. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, or our sponsor tonight, the friends and family of Holy Trinity. Thank you for bringing and sponsoring tonight's playoff game. Again, between Holy Trinity and Bishop Moore. So far, Holy Trinity out to a 6-1 lead. They're riding a pretty good wave of momentum into halftime. If they can carry that here in the second half, they should be in pretty good shape. So here we go, back at midfield for the face-off to start the second half. And we are underway. Here Bishop Moore wins the second half face-off just like they did to start the game. Pass down low, going to move in the middle. And a big hit there to Kakris, and get a whistle there. Get a push, and it'll be Bishop Moore ball. That was a big hit to Kakris. Glad to see he's all good. Referee wants 11:54 on the clock. There we go. And Bishop Moore will
get the intern out of here. Chad will be back any second.
pass down now to Ryan Parker. Parker down to Kakris. Kakris to Scalzo. All the way up top to Milhausen. Over to Parker. Ryan Parker. Down low to Scalzo. Scalzo inside open. And Kakris can't bring it in. And now a clear setting up for Holy Trinity up ahead to Schultz. And a successful clear and now a fast break for Holy Trinity. Schultz back to Pagliarini underneath. Good ball movement, but not quick enough. And now Gonzalez going to heave it down the field for the clear. Has a man open, and now we got a fast break going the other way. Jack Calvert. Calvert down low to Kakris. Pass inside, shot, and a goal by Bishop Moore. And they scored pretty much in the exact amount of time they did in the first half. And that's a goal. He's got both of them for tonight. That's Teddy Kakris with his first goal of the night. The assist was by the first goal scorer, Michael Scalzo. So Teddy Kakris gets his goal here. That is his Kakris' 24th goal of the season. And Bishop Moore scores first in the first and second half. But now let's see if they can ride that momentum. This time, nearly a big face-off win and another big hit. And that'll be another penalty on Holy Trinity. So now Bishop Moore will take over on offense. Nico Hobble. Hobble passes to Brian Parker. Parker down to Kakris. Kakris passes down to Scalzo. Scalzo. Now they're going to move the ball all the way back up top to Milhausen. Over to Ryan Parker. And the pass off the stick of Scalzo. And now out of bounds. Turnover. Holy Trinity ball. Heaving up the field. Can't be hauled in. And a turnover right back to Bishop Moore. They were looking for Dex Phipps. Won't pay off. And now Bishop Moore with the ball. Milhausen. Down to Kakris. Kakris behind the Scalzo. Scalzo looking for a pass. Good pressure by Holy Trinity's defense here. Pass back up top all the way to Milhausen. Get a quick reset here for Bishop Moore. Passes down to Parker. Back up top to Milhausen. Milhausen rolls around. Steps up, gets hit, drilled as he shoots. Another big hit. And saved by Cole. The clear on the ground. It'll be kicked out and now scooped up by Bishop Moore. Bishop Moore definitely looking a little bit hotter here coming out of halftime. Parker over to Calvert. Pass down low. Kakris now to Scalzo. Scalzo now outside, back up top to Calvert. Passes down to Kakris. Kakris, good roll back. Pump fakes, back up top. Calvert. Passes over to Goulet. Goulet listed as a long stick midi here, this time picking up a short stick. Goulet sets a pick. Rolls back up top. That's Ben Greeno with it. Greeno passes, ball down. Long possession setting up here for Bishop Moore. And that one scooped up and stolen by Holy Trinity. Ball back down. Scooped up by Combs. Jack Combs. Paglarini. Down to Turner. Back to Paglarini. Paglarini rolls back. Back to the top. Passes across to Roman. Roman. Roman will step back. Passes to Warden. Back across to Gibson. Gibson, the leading scorer, held without a goal so far tonight. Gibson inside, open is McCarthy. Shot saved by Gonzalez, I believe.
Nice save there by Gonzalez.
And now Gonzalez going to look to clear. Austin Gonzalez clears it up. And now fast break opportunity for Bishop Moore. Up ahead, ball down. Went on one for it, scooped up here by Milhausen. Milhausen passes up to Calvert. Bishop Moore back on offense here. They have the only goal of the half thus far. 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Scalzo.
That's Scalzo being defended there by Hutchins.
Ball knocked away, scooped up by Cole. And Cole going to try and get away. That is a goalie making some moves.
Nice moves there by
Justin Cole. Up ahead to Paglarini. Great clear ball. Knocked on the ground. Scooped up again by Paglarini. Jake Paglarini. Back to Roman. Roman. Josh Roman down to McCarthy. Across to Turner. Turner over to McCarthy. Back over to Turner. Up to Warden. Back up top to Julian Warden. Pass all the way back up top to Gibson. Now they'll reset. Gibson will get him set inside. Roman gets hit as he shoots. And it'll be Holy Trinity ball here on the miss. Halfway through the third quarter. 6-2 the lead now for Holy Trinity. And pass inside, shot. And there's a hat trick for number 3. Josh Roman gets his third goal of the night. His 25th on the season. And now Holy Trinity matches Bishop Moore's goal this half. Makes it 7-2. 5:57 to go in the third quarter. And a great shot there for the hat trick for Josh Roman. So now back at midfield for the faceoff. Bishop Moore's got to get rolling. This is kind of what happened in the first half. Bishop Moore got the first goal. Holy Trinity responded, and then it was on from there. Ball down, scooped up with some speed there. And Paglarini will take it all the way back, rolls it all the way down to Warden. Julian Warden. Warden will roll all the way around. Got to look for a pass. Turner sets a pick. Warden going to roll in a complete circle, trying to get all the way back to the top. Pass. Now over to the other side. Gibson. Gibson fires. Saved by Gonzalez, and we have a flag on the field.
Saved by Gonzalez.
And now Holy Trinity will go man up and get the ball back.
Foul on the Hornets. It'll be a man up for the Tigers.
So, who's going to the box for Bishop Moore? That looks to be number 27. That will be Nico Hobel in the box. So now Holy Trinity man up. Pass down to Turner. Pagliarini. Turner rolling all the way out, back to Pagliarini. All the way up top to Gibson. Gibson across to Kelly. Kelly over to Gibson. Quick ball movement. Got to put some shots on the goal here. I believe it's only a 1 minute penalty. Pagliarini. Pump fakes, passes down to Turner. Across here looking for help. Back to Turner. Turner shot. Put on by Pagliarini. Saved by Austin Gonzalez. Good break up there. Good knockout there by the defense. Scooped up again by Gonzalez. Now the clear. Up ahead. Calvert passes down. Bishop Moore still man down here. Might want to slow it down or not. Kakaris inside. Shot. Saved by Cole. What a save by Justin Cole. The shot by Jacob Herrick. The deep hole. And now fast break. Chris Moore. Up ahead to Pagliarini. Finds Turner back up top to Pagliarini. I think they might be all even now. They are all even. Now no more man up for Holy Trinity. So if there was good out of that one, or that Bishop Moore possession, they did run the rest of that penalty clock out. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Holy Trinity leads by 5. Gibson. Dylan Gibson rolls all the way around. Pass back. Warden. Shot. Deflected. Either off of Gonzalez or the pole. It was either off the goal or off of Gonzalez's stick. And now it'll still be Holy Trinity ball. Dylan Gibson. Cloudy night, but a great one here for LaCrosse. Gibson behind the goal. Gibson rolls back, passes up top. McCarthy wound up, fell down, and battle for the loose ball. Going to go to Bishop Moore momentarily. Get a penalty on Holy Trinity. And now moving up the field quickly is Bishop Moore. Ball down, though. Scooped up by Combs.
Play there by Combs.
Pass up ahead to Pagliarini. So now Holy Trinity back on offense. Pass to Gibson on the far side. Dylan Gibson. Pass back to Josh Romine, who has a hat trick. 3 goals tonight for Josh Romine. Back up top to Romine. Romine switches left hand. Dodges back, rolling the other way. Screen set by Gibson. Pass back. McCarthy. Steps back now, good moves. Steps, passes outside, Turner back to McCarthy. McCarthy going to move it up. Now he'll go down. No whistles. Still a fight for it. McCarthy lands a hit while he's on the ground. And a little bit of extra there at the end of the play, but Holy Trinity ball still. Turner. Turner rolls around now, looking for help. Passes to Gibson. Pass too strong. That one to go right out of bounds. Bishop Moore ball.
Tigers will turn it over.
On the sideline. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Pass up ahead. Quick moving now. Joan Pastrana. Passes back. That one easily deflected by Holy Trinity.
Nice play there by Jackson Shopke.
Not the best pass timing there by Bishop Moore. Ball scooped up by Schultz.
Seconds picked up by Brock Schultz.
Schultz passes. Oh, what a move by Jack Combs. Up ahead, Pagliarini underneath. Shot, Turner, top right corner. Hat trick for Turner. And what a possession for Holy Trinity. Andrew Turner with a hat trick tonight and his 41st goal of the season there. And an 8-2 lead for Holy Trinity. Exactly 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Set up by Brock Schultz over to Combs.
So here we go. Biggest lead of the game now for Holy Trinity is at 6. 1 minute to go exactly here in the third quarter. 8-2 the lead for the Tigers. And try and roll this momentum into the fourth quarter. Still got 1 more minute here. Refs discussing before. Ball set, and here comes face off.
And Beam facing off.
Looks like McCarthy is in the box for Holy Trinity now. So I think Bishop Moore is man up. Or no, they're all even. They both have one in the box. So there might have been something after the goal. Face off won by Ben Greeno for Bishop Moore. So they're all even, but both only have 9 players on the field rather than 10.
That's Greeno there for the Hornets.
Greeno passes down. Kakris dangerously close to being out of bounds. Up to Scalzo. Scalzo rolling inside. Ball knocked right out of the stick. He gets tackled there, and it'll still be Bishop Moore ball.
Nice defense there by Sanger.
Ryan Parker.
Hornets ball running by Parker.
Parker rolls, passes back. Now that was the pass from Waldrop that goes out of bounds. Holy Trinity ball here, 16.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Holy Trinity either got to move fast here or just let it run and hold possession or into the fourth quarter. 12 seconds to go. 10 seconds. Cole got to clear it or he's just going to hold it. It looks like they don't have too much hustle here. 5, 4, 3, and that is it. The end of the third quarter here. And this regional quarterfinal match, Holy Trinity holds a solid 8-2 lead into the fourth quarter. 12 more minutes in this one. Who will come out on top?
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
Welcome back to Holy Trinity High School. 12 more minutes, 1 more quarter left in this regional quarterfinal game. The winner of this game will go on to face Lake Highland Prep or Montverde Academy, 2 very solid teams. Bishop Moore standing in a hole here to start the fourth, a 6-goal deficit for him. But in lacrosse, that can swing pretty quickly. want to win this face-off here. Battle for the ball. Body's hitting the ground. Who wants it? Still down. Still down. Who wants it more? Still down. And now it'll finally be scooped up. Jackson Bean, who is the face-off guy for Holy Trinity, ends up actually being the one to win the face-off. Pagliarini, that face-off took 30 seconds. That's a long one. Pagliarini outside to Romine. Romine leading scorer tonight for Holy Trinity. He's got 3. Romine kicks back to Warden. Back to Romine. Actually, he's tied for the leading goal scorer with Turner, who also has 3. So they account for 6 of their 8 points. Then 1 goal apiece for Warden and McCarthy. So now Gibson with it behind the goal. Dylan Gibson takes it up. Pass up top. Pump fake outside. There's Josh Romine with it. Romine rolls down to McCarthy. McCarthy to Romine.
Josh Romine there for the Tigers. Finds McCarthy.
Inside McCarthy, getting right on that crease. Getting pressured hard inside. McCarthy somehow still with the ball. And he'll step outside now. Pump fake pass down low now to Romine. Romine flips to Warden. Julian Warden passes up top. Over. Still moving it quickly. Romine. They try and step in now. Pass behind. Back up top. Right off the stick. And that one's scooped up by Bishop Moore. Fast break set up here. Underneath. Open shot. What a save. Or no, actually that one goes long. Bishop Moore ball.
Yeah, and I was wondering, I didn't see the flag get thrown, but there was one slash to the head.
Yeah, that one might have been missed for sure. And
they called it late. I didn't see the flag, but that Holy Trinity going man down.
Man up now, opportunity for Bishop Moore. Dex Phipps in the box. Shot. Save there by Cole. And now clear setting up. Cole will flip it out to Layden Brunger. Up ahead to Shopke. Up ahead. Fast break opportunity. Chris Moore trying to keep it in. And he stepped out, they're saying. Referees in the stands don't seem to agree, but I gotta admit, here at Holy Trinity, one thing I noticed when I was playing here, when you get into that blue sideline area, the out of bounds line for lacrosse is a very light gray. When it goes right through the box, not saying it was like a right or wrong call, but I just know that it is very faint to see in the big blue boxes. So the out of bounds line here, because it's not the big white sideline for football, it is painted differently for lacrosse. Either way, Bishop Moore on offense, still man up, passing outside, all the way up top, over to Kakris. Kakris down behind to Scalzo, back up top, that's outside shot, goal by Milhausen. Bishop Moore scores first in yet another quarter, and now they trail 8-3. The third goal of the game, that is by Davis Milhausen. That is Milhausen's 10th goal of the season. And now Bishop Moore with their third goal of the game here in the fourth quarter. 8:44 to go in the game, but Bishop Moore got to get a few more here coming up quickly as they trail by 5. Only 8:44 to go. Back for the face-off. All even now. Ball down. These face-offs have been long tonight. The ball down, scooped up by Holy Trinity. Brock Schultz taking it quickly up ahead. Schultz fires, and a goal! Brock Schultz steps up, fires, and it goes. What a shot by Schultz. Looked like an interesting shot from the outside. Ends up paying off for Schultz. That's his 5th goal of the season. And a good one there. Now Holy Trinity responds once again. It's been the same story in the first, third, and fourth quarter. Bishop Moore scores. Holy Trinity immediately responds. And now it is 9-3, 8.5 minutes to go. That only took 14 seconds after the last goal for Brock Schultz. Back to face off. Ball down. Scooped up by Jackson Bean. Fast break here by Holy Trinity once again. Bean passes right off the stick of Turner. Turner back up top to Warden. Julian Warden. Stepping down. Drives in. Warden. Diving. Oh my goodness. Julian Warden. What a goal. And it's waved off. He was in the crease. Still an incredible shot. He was diving in the air. No goal though. He dove in the crease. Incredible shot. Pass up ahead. Now Bishop Moore trying to capitalize. We got a flag on the field. Pass back. Over now to Ryan Parker. Parker getting chased way outside. Parker, second flag on the field. These are both on one team. That could be bad.
Looks like the girls' soccer banquet got out a bit early.
It looks like a lot of people running out the field. Some might be subs. Some might be going in the box.
I believe possession is staying with.
Wow, it looks like two man down possibly for Holy Trinity. We know we got one. 2-man down, that is huge. So 2 up now for Bishop Moore. You definitely need to put a goal in, at least 1. For Bishop Moore, you are 2 men up. That is a huge opportunity. Basically, in that situation, there's no excuse not to score. They got 4 defenders on 6 guys, 6 on 4. Should be a quicker goal, too. Pass back, wind up shot, goes high and long. Bishop Moore ball still.
Herrick's shot is a bit high.
Herrick's shot goes high. Pass outside.
Milhausen up top.
Milhausen back up to Herrick. Back up top to Herrick. Back to Kakaris. Kakaris. Down low shot. Goal for Bishop Moore.
That's a Bishop Moore goal.
That is by
Like number 12.
number 12, Michael Scalzo. This first goal since the first quarter. That is Scalzo's 45th goal of the season, which now makes him their leading goal scorer on the year. That makes the score 9-4, 7:09 to go. So Bishop Moore does convert on being 2-man up, but now they are all even. 9-4 the lead now. Holy Trinity back down to 5. Bishop Moore has outscored Holy Trinity thus far in the 4, 2-1. They're going to need a few more than 2 goals. Still trailing by 5 with only 7 minutes to go. Ball down, scooped up by Holy Trinity, quickly passing it up ahead to Combs. Combs, great spin move there. Back to Paglarini. He rolls around. Paglarini getting pressured now big time. Passes down to Warden. Warden steps back. 6:40 to go in the game. Pass down now, Paglarini with it. Oh, great job deflecting that one right out of the air by Parker, and a great swim move. Great play there by Ryan Parker. Fast break up ahead. Pass across, knocked right out of the air and taken out of the air by Combs. And we got a whistle. Holy Trinity got one in the box once again. Man up for Bishop Moore. Holy Trinity, they got a solid lead, but you don't want to squander it with these man down situations.
Man up again.
Bishop Moore also really needs to score here on another man up opportunity. Kakaris passes behind. Pass back up top. Milhausen scoops it up. I don't think it's a long penalty, so Bishop Moore's got to hurry up here, at least put some shots in. Milhausen fires. What a save by Cole. And taken right out of the air. Fast break by Holy Trinity. Chris Moore Over to Turner.
Set it up for the Tigers.
Now they'll try and slow it down. Dylan Gibson is the one in the box for Holy Trinity. And we got whistles and a timeout on the field.
That'll be a timeout.
5:33 to go in the game. Holy Trinity leads Bishop Moore 9-4.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Friends and Family of Holy Trinity, for stepping up and paying the sponsorship for us to be able to stream these games. As a lot of you may know, or some of you may not know, playoff games, we have to pay to stream playoff games. We have to buy the rights, and it doesn't happen unless great sponsors like the Friends and Family of Holy Trinity step up in order to get these fees paid for, and we greatly appreciate the Friends and Family of Holy Trinity for stepping up.
Yeah, we love all our great sponsors that support the Brevard Sports Network and all the things that we do. Thanks to everyone out there, especially again the Friends and Family of Holy Trinity for bringing tonight's game.
This wind is really picking up.
Very windy. It has been all week. Been a windy week, and tonight, yeah, the wind definitely picking up here. Holy Trinity again, only 5.5 minutes, 5-goal lead for Holy Trinity. So Bishop Moore's gonna need about a goal a minute, which, I gotta admit, if Holy Trinity keeps putting themselves man down, that job gets a lot easier for Bishop Moore. But they still have to. I mean, it's not on a silver platter. You still have to do some work, and while man down, Holy Trinity is still on offense here. Brock Schultz. Schultz drives in, rolls back. Holy Trinity going to try and take their time most likely. Bishop Moore not going to let off that man. Looks like they're playing man defense, and it is going to get pressure. I mean, this is going to be the equivalent of like a full court press in basketball, and it's working here. And the ball still down, scooped up out of the air by Romine.
Ball knocked away, but picked up by Romine.
And there's a slash by Bishop Moore. There's 2 flags on the field. So definitely one down for Bishop Moore. That's Herrick. Ref discussing. Now on the flip side of that, Bishop Moore does not need to go man down if they're still trailing by multiple goals here with 5 minutes to go. 5 goals in 5 minutes. You don't want to go man down, because the more goals Holy Trinity scores, the less time left and the more workload that you're gonna have to put in. So
good sports programs need good officials.
trying to figure out how many down.
Scholastic competition.
Bishop Moore's either 2 or 3 down.
FHSAA contest official.
So there's a long explanation going on at the scorer's table.
In all sports.
If this is 3 down, that would be the most down I have ever seen. Oh no, that is 2 man down. But since Holy Trinity was man down, currently Bishop Moore is only 1 man down. But once Holy Trinity gets released, it'll be 2 down.
Contact the Florida High School Athletic Association or visit FHSAA.
Which, at this state of the game, that cannot be happening for Bishop Moore. No matter what the penalties are, they're just going to have to keep it. I mean, I get the pressure is going to have to be on. Getting 1 down could just be a product of pressure, but 2 down is absolutely that could be really bad. But right now, again, they're only 1 down because Turner's in the box for Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity not gonna try and do anything till Turner's released.
Got 2 men in the box there for the Hornets and 1 for the Tigers.
Gibson playing catch with himself up there. And now the pressure gets put on, but that might be a mistake. Romine right back to Gibson. Now Bishop Moore going to try and apply some pressure down low. McCarthy rolls back.
That's McCarthy.
Passes back to Gibson. And now 2 down for Bishop Moore. As now Holy Trinity is back to normal. Romine back to Gibson. Gibson, their leading scorer, without a goal tonight. Down low again to McCarthy. Pass inside. Bounce shot saved by Gonzalez.
The pass was from McCarthy to Bean, but saved by Gonzalez.
Great save now. And now if Bishop Moore can go on offense while 2 men down, that would help. 4 minutes to go, though, so they definitely got to drive down here and probably They pretty much need a goal on every possession that they can. And we got whistles.
That'll be a timeout.
That'll be a timeout. 3:57 to go in the game. Holy Trinity leading 9-4 in this regional semifinal game. Welcome back live to Holy Trinity. 3:45 to go in this regional quarterfinal match. Holy Trinity currently leads Bishop Moore 9-4. Time is running out on the Hornets' comeback effort. Millhausen rolling around, passes.
Millhausen there was defended by Schultz.
Scalzo.
Gets it away to Scalvo.
Scalzo passes down. He's back up top. Great defense by Holy Trinity.
Nice
Scalzo. Try to get inside. Pass back up top to Millhausen. Underneath. Shot. Saved by Cole. Shot by Kakris. Saved by Cole. And now a clear by Holy Trinity. 3 minutes to go. Combs.
Over to Shopke.
Up to Shopke. Shopke, the deep hole, going now on the offense. Shopke. Taking his time here. Now going to drive inside. Shopke. And we got a whistle.
Timeout, Tigers.
And another timeout. This one by Holy Trinity. 2:51 to go in the game. 9-4 still the lead for Holy Trinity.
All right. Again, the winner of this one will advance to face the winner of Lake Highland Prep and Montverde in the region semifinal.
If by any chance someone had the score for that game, I don't think it's on Max Preps, but either way, again, right now that would be Holy Trinity who would face Lake Highland Prep or Montverde Academy. Two very solid teams, and two teams to look out for sure. That game would be, I believe, next Wednesday, once again at 7 o'clock. So if Holy Trinity wins this, then they will have home field either way. If Bishop Moore were to win, they would be away either way. Holy Trinity being a 2 seed, they would either face the 3 or the 6 seed. Lake Highland Prep being the 3 seed. So now, Holy Trinity still on offense. 2:45 to go in the game. Pass back up top. Pagliarini over to Roman. Back to Pagliarini. Pagliarini down to Warden. Warden streaking behind the goal. Looking for a pass. Warden slips. Pump fake shot. Saved by Gonzalez. What a save by Gonzalez. Austin Gonzalez, and he'll take it out here. Dangerous. Passes it up. Herrick gonna have to take it quickly. 2:15 to go. They trail by 5 goals. They just gonna have to just start shooting, even if it's not that open. Like, this time that they're taking here isn't really theirs to take. Finn Magley passes back up top. Scalzo. Under 2 minutes to go now. 5 goals in 2 minutes. Definitely not going to be an easy feat. Pass down low, ball down, scooped up by Combs. Jack Combs. Knocked away by Sanger. Jack Combs streaking down the sideline. The deep hole outrunning. Pass down low, Pagliarini back up top to Turner. 1.5 to go. Romine. Holy Trinity needs to keep the ball in their sticks. Don't even necessarily need to shoot unless it's open, which for Romine it is. And he pulls it left. High and left.
Shot there by Romine.
And 1:26 to go now in the game. 5-point lead for Holy Trinity. Pass. Got to be secured. There it is. For McCarthy. Pass down, back up top. To Warden. Warden moves now. Warden steps back. 1 minute to go in this regional quarterfinal game. Holy Trinity currently leads by 5. Bishop Moore needs nothing short of a miracle here. Shot. Saved by Gonzalez, up in the air, hauled in. They got to go. Bishop Moore got to go here. 5 goals, 45 seconds. That would be a goal every 9 seconds if we're counting. Pass down here. Quick ball movement, good move, shot, goal for Scalzo. And even if they don't win the game, Scalzo does get himself a hat trick. So
Nice goal there by Bishop Moore.
Scalzo, Michael Scalzo with his 46th goal of the season. He's now their leading scorer. He has gained that honor tonight. Now 9 to 6. Or so I was counting wrong. They didn't need 5 goals. Now they needed. Or no, now it's 9 to 5. My mistake again. 9-5. 35 seconds to go in the game. Holy Trinity trying to close this one out.
I'd like to thank the boys for a little pizza party post game here for our players.
And
Get the pizza, going to make a pizza.
face off. Still fighting down there. Both teams going for it. Great job scooping that up by Jack Combs. Pagliarini down to Combs. Back behind to Turner. 15 seconds to go. Turner rolls back. 10 seconds to go. And that'll just about do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Holy Trinity Tigers. Oh.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, great game, both teams.
And the teams.
Don't ruin it there at the end, boys. Good job.
And that is it. Either way, the Holy Trinity Tigers are moving on to the regional semifinals with a 9-5 victory over Bishop Moore. So congratulations to Holy Trinity. And they'll move on to either play Lake Highland Prep or Montverde Academy. Congratulations to Bishop Moore for making it. And either way, Holy Trinity will move on. They'll have a game next Wednesday. And now, again, final score, Holy Trinity 9, Bishop Moore 5. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody, and make it a sports night.